Prince. So I called the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. And we have a 3 of swords. So it seems like you are banging your head against a brick wall, which is, it seems like in different partners. 4 Emperor, 4 Pentacles, the Moon. Like someone that is not, they are very solid for themselves. It's like a brick wall. But they're not solid for you. It's like they leave you out to dry or to hang or to be anxious and worried, and you're not getting any emotional support from this crowd. And it has to do with how you have gotten hurt in the past, is how you're programming yourself to get hurt also in the future. By, for example, falling in love with the type of person that's a great match to break your heart. Okay, 6 elements. Knight of Pentacles together with the 4 of Pentacles. This is some interesting energy. I'll take from the wisdom of the divination oracle cards and clarify this youngster here. Knight of Pentacles. Why? Yeah, it's what I thought. It's the Knight of Pentacles. It's you actually here. You need to take out a journal there and figuring out why you are creating what you are creating in your life, so that you can put new beautiful seeds in new plowed ground and get a totally new crop. I wanted to say that you will get a new what comes out of a magic spell. You put a new magic spell and you get a result. So getting a new result because you're sending out different magic spells instead of these old ones. That's question marks here because you don't really know why you are creating this stubborn donkey in your life. It seems unnecessary. This is though you becoming a little bit more like a stubborn donkey. So that can be one clue that you need to become more like this person. What did we say that they did? They protected themselves. They didn't protect you. They hanged you out here, like being unprotected, emotionally particularly. So probably don't take so much responsibility for other people's emotions and have a little bit more this stonewalling attitude. Okay. And figuring out what your blueprints are. How have you been conditioned to put out magic spells that doesn't give you what you dream or even what you deserve. Okay, 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Virgo viewers. So I want my dear Virgos to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay. So I'm going to tune in for a few seconds to you and the person most on your mind, or maybe there's a new person. We need to make a spell and see what comes out. What would you create if you made a magic spell today? So tuning in. Your love life in September. Okay. And we have the beautiful 9 of Swords here. So we had 8 of Swords before. This is 9 of Swords. You might be a little bit addicted to negative thinking. Negative thinking can feel like it's a little bit a way to comfort yourself, to think familiar thoughts over and over again. To think about that time in school when these people bullied you, or that time when you were on vacation with your partner at summer and they put all their attention on another person instead of you, and really reliving the worst chapters of your lives. We can often be very addicted to this, and we are tormenting ourselves with these thoughts and it's the why did this happen to me, why did they do this to me, and we are thinking again and again and again and again. And by doing this, it's our way to try to heal, to try to figure out how we can avoid doing this again. But we are doing this with our kind of amygdala, our reptile brain, that is a fight or flight kind of brain, that it just do simple tasks to make you survive. So it's trying to think, okay, so last time I went outside my cave, I met a bear, so next time I will take a spear with me so I can protect myself against the bear. But here you have started to obsess about the spear and why the bear attacked you in the first place. Why can't everyone in the forest be friends? Okay, so you feel that it's unfair that the bear attacked you, and you now have your spear, but you don't want to use it because you don't want to hurt other entities. And so here you're becoming a victim and feeling like other entities should change. The bear should change. It should become like another type of person, another type of entity, not wanting to eat you for dinner anymore. Why can't it be settled with blueberries? Okay. So this is a very baseline way. It's like your baseline here. To rule your life. It comes from immediate reaction, triggers, and fears. And it's from your flight or fight response in your brain. So a better way to do this is to be aware of, threats. Take your spear with you and, train with the spear so that you are confident to be able to protect yourself whenever the spear needs to be used, but also have the kind of the fool's attitude here when you go with your spear, being warm and generous towards yourself, happy, expecting happy things, but relying on your skills to be able to protect yourself. The victim is a little bit lazy. It says, why did they do this? And they want the bear to change, so they don't have to practice on handling the spear, and they don't have to be afraid in the forest. But the result is that they will always be afraid, and they will never be able to change the bear or even protect themselves. So get skilled with the spear. What does that mean? Know what you want, what you don't want. Learn to handle difficult people, difficult situations. Equip yourself with a little bit more of protection skills, also like verbally and mentally. But first and foremost, change these swords, the thoughts, to the ones that can be a little bit more happy, like in the Fool. What do you want to experience, not what you don't want to experience. Nine of Swords is also connected to the Moon card that we saw. 18, 1 plus 8, 9. So they work together to freak you out and to make you see where you're not healed or where you're not acting in a adult, warm, and skilled fashion. So old bottom of the deck, King of Wands. Here I'm seeing you have a lot of beautiful creation skills. You're probably certain areas in your life where you are it's super easy for you to create good things, but then you have other areas where there's not so easy, and I want you to transfer how you're acting, how you're behaving, how you're thinking in the areas where you are successful. Start to think in the same way in the areas where you're not so successful, but you will find that this will make you a little bit nervous because you don't believe that it's true. Let's say that you're very good with creating money because you know that you are a great resource at any workplace. You can also create your own businesses and get sustain yourself or live a happy life with those kind of personality traits. But then when it comes to love, suddenly you feel like a little schoolboy or a little schoolgirl, and so sure that the other person won't accept you or love you. Here you're sure, And the other situation, you're not sure. And it comes from experience that you have had, that it's easy for you to create, good things for yourself, but it's not maybe easy to make other people love you. But that's just your experience. There are other people that's the opposite, or another constellation. They might be very good with creating money and partnership, but they have like the baddest of luck when it comes to maybe coordination, falling over, injuring themselves, spraying their leg, things like this over and over. So we all have our patterns, the things we create over and over again in our life. So this is what's on your mind, with the person most on your mind. This is the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind with you. This is your feelings for them, the bond between you two, their feelings for you, your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome for September, and their behaviors and attitudes. So we start with the situation here. And we have the Hierophant, and I'm feeling again the need to become an adult, to have more. This is like the representative of a big human library where we have collected all our knowledge. And here you are like, why? I want you to be more sure of yourself, to trust the things you know, to not question your feelings in certain situations, listen to your intuition. When you hear yourself whining and complaining about this person acting like this in your life, stop complaining and do something about it. Talk to the person, try to sort it out, see if there's some common ground where you can work on this issue, or if the other person doesn't want to cooperate, understand that you might need to put effort in other situations that's a little bit more healthy for you, where you're not have to obsess about these kind of things. You can also look what it is in the root of your feelings. Sometimes we can be upset of a person for things they can't really control, and they don't even know that you're upset with them, and maybe they would have a hard time understanding why you're upset. Let's say that you're getting upset because you helped a person with fixing their garden, but then you have a problem with, let's say that you are a little bit ill, and there's going to come a celebration soon. You're going to be the host, and you're complaining about this to the same person where you helped them, for weeks on end with their garden, and they don't offer their helping hand, and then you're obsessing about why they did you like this, and you might collect a lot of angry energy, and one day you attack them and say, you're so unfair, I helped you with this, you didn't offer help in this situation, and you break the relationship apart. So a better way could be to just ask for help. And if the person says, well, I don't really have the time right now, do you believe that that's the truth? Do you trust your friends? Ask them another time for something else, or another time for something else. If they always say no, then okay, it's a lopsided relationship. I help, they don't help. And then you can bring it up. But it's crucial to be also very mature in these situations, to not just get triggered and to, vomit your feelings over another person. Try to figure out what's going on and what you need to give yourself to feel more sustained. Sometimes it can be that you have given too much, that you should really have said no, and next time you will, so you don't overgive where other people don't give, for example. This is just an example. There's so many different variations of this. This is what's on your mind. Queen of Cups. And on their mind, a star card. Okay, so it seems like you have a little bit over dramatic feelings and somewhat victim mentality in different situations, but it's because you have this very empathic and nice side. You want everyone to be, friends in the forest, and you expect the bear to behave in good ways and, not attack you. And if they attack you, it's like you're flabbergasted and you can't believe your eyes. How could the bear do this to me? So you have this very nice attitude, really, because if everyone were like you, we would go safe in the forest. So, and the Star card, I feel like a beautiful energy. I don't think the bear has bad intention. It's just a part of nature in a way. And it's also part of the universe, how we might think that we were born in paradise, but then, need to realize that it's maybe a combination between paradise and purgatory. And that we need to be equipped for both sides, that we are incarnated on earth where there's black and white, this contrast. You can't see the light. If everything is light, then it's just, white all over. So we need to have darkness and shades and, different colors and shapes to make us being able to understand ourselves and understand our existence. So I think the earth is a perfect place for this. But if we expect only paradise, we might be very sad when it proves that there's a half and half, like half purgatory, half paradise. And we might be really upset with the bear and obsessed of why can't everyone just be nice? Okay. But the bear doesn't have bad intentions. It's just acting with its natural instincts until someone tells them otherwise. If the bear constantly gets, you throw rock at it as soon as it comes close to your home, it will probably not bother you anymore. And it will go elsewhere looking for yummy Virgo flesh. Okay, so, okay. So this is the bond between you two. Three of Swords is this bear just going about its bear business, and you living by a rule of conduct from this old library, how people should behave, like the 10 Commandments. The bear has never read the 10 Commandments. It's like just acting from its natural instinct, just being what God made it to be. And in the crash here in between, you are getting very wounded in this situation because you expect the bear to follow the rules of conduct, which it doesn't do. You need to probably teach it how you want to be treated, and you can't just expect that they will read your mind or, just go home being sad after someone did you wrong and just obsessing why their parents didn't taught them better. Why are they like this? You obsess and obsess and obsess instead of accepting that that's the way they are. I don't like it, so I'll put an end to it. So, end of story. No obsessing. Okay, no bad spells. Not creating the same situation over and over again. Here we see the 8 of Wands. It can be you creating the same situation over and over again. And here we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is Virgo. So I think this bear thinks that you are a yummy little Virgo there living in your cave. And you seem to create 8 is like an eternity symbol. So it's creating over and over the same situation with this bear. That's only very natural here. Very natural. Might behave in a way that you can't accept, but it's their natural behavior. I see that you could maybe change this by, I don't want you to start throwing rocks at your neighbors, but you need to understand that this is like a fairy tale, a story, so you can put it in context, like it can suit your situation in your life. What would rocks be for you when you want to avoid heartbreak? Would it be to say to that friend that is not so helpful that I love spending time with you, but as of late I have felt a little bit low energy when we are dealing with each other, and I think it's because I help you out a lot and you don't help me out a lot. That's the constellation of our relationship, but I feel that is draining me a little bit. So I want to talk about that. And what you might have wanted to say is that I want to take a pause from our relationship, but start with saying, I want to talk about that, because then at least you give them a chance. Maybe you have gone with this for a very long time and really drained yourself. But for them, it's news, you know. They just go here in their innocence, just acting their natural self. And you don't say anything because you have these expectations on them that they should behave in a better way. And why are they acting like this? So it might be news to them when you first tell them of your heartbreak here. So give them a chance, and then you can say, well, it seems like we can't see eye to eye, so I think that we can have a little break. I would love to be able to reach out to you again when I feel more rested. Maybe I can come and help you with your stuff again. But for right now, I just feel that the relationship is lopsided, and I feel a resistance when you call. So if that's the truth. Being honest and a little bit more like an open book here will make it easier maybe for you to get the other person also to express themselves. Okay. So this is your behaviors and attitude. Death, it's what I felt like. You just want to hang up the phone and never talk to them again. Because you probably kept a lot of things inside, and because you thought that both of you were, living after this rule of conduct, and you were so flabbergasted that they, they did you like this again, but doesn't they know they're not supposed to lie? Doesn't they know that they're not supposed to cheat, or they're not supposed to steal, or they're not supposed to ignore when you have made a schedule for a date, for example? Don't they know that? You expect them to follow this rule of conduct, and they aren't. So you have just tied your little fist in your pocket, being very sad about this, and like a big question mark, why, and hurting, and now you feel like the same situation is created over and over again. So now you're ready to tell them bye-bye, basically. But with the Eight of Wands and the Death card, it's a real good energy for transformation here. You could actually, this is communication and transformation. So instead of keeping everything hidden to yourself and just expecting that everyone will know your thoughts or know, the rule of conduct, you need to tell them. Okay, so this is their behaviors and attitudes. We have an Eight of Wands. It seems like, no, if you give them, a heads up, they can work on it. They can, put it on their agenda and start to think, okay, so next time I will know that my Virgo here wants me to come in at, the appointed time. So I will try my best to come on time next time. Or if I need to reschedule, reach out in good time in advance and not, in the last minute. So they will try. It says they will try. They just didn't know. They weren't. You are probably carried it like a trooper. So they didn't know what was the problem. Okay. And the outcome is Ace of Cups. So that's love. It's beautiful. I want to take clarification for the outcome. Ace of Cups is, just love to the sea. Okay, I think it has to do with self-love first and foremost. But I also feel potential for you creating better relationship with better abracadabra spells. What I talked about in the beginning. First change your attitude here. Don't expect people to read your mind or to follow the rule of conduct. Start to think about what you want, what you don't want. Start to communicate this to the world. Sometimes people can act respectless when you do this. You can tell them that you don't like them throwing your new towels on the bathroom floor, and they can just ignore you and continue with the dishes. That's because you haven't put yourself in respect. You haven't thrown enough stones. So they think ignoring you and your yabba 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 will go away, like your nagging little voice will go away. So you probably need to, you know, let people know that you have changed. Gradually and naturally, they will see that you are not the same little viol or little dahlia anymore. Trying to think about viol. I don't think that's a flower in English. I don't even know the name for that flower, so I say dahlia instead. So you're not that little shy flower anymore. To the sea, it also shows that you can regain strength by being with you. I will read this card for you. This is a time to put yourself in the flow of life. Events and conditions seems to engage you in a way that is fluidless and effortless. These cards remind you that going with the flow of your own emotions, for example, exactly what you need to do right now. Ride a wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. There are points in a relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course you share with another person. Can you let go of the need to have things your way and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship? Can you both transcend your personalities and allow the partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads. It might also be to relax and kind of accept that, okay, so this person isn't my cup of tea. They don't give me what I want, what I need, and they give me a lot of what I don't want and what I don't need. So sometimes, you know, death into the sea is like, okay, so it's over. And not making big drama out of it. It's more taking charge and responsibility for your own decision. What's make you happy, what doesn't make you happy. So what do I see here? I see a kind of loving and unknowing partner wants to do the best for you, but you are a very complicated person that holds everyone to a very high standard, also yourself, and you get kind of upset when people doesn't live up to your expectations. You need to start to tell them your expectation before you get tired of them and send them to hell. Kind of, I don't ever want to see you again. Because this person is ready to make changes. You are ready to make changes and grow out of this old victim mentality attitude. And I think it's also you're a little bit scared of hurting other people by telling them that what you like and what you don't like, that please don't walk into with your shoes in my new vacuumed living room. Maybe you feel like, oh, you should take it, you should rise above. Maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't. The important thing is that you know yourself enough to know if you should or you shouldn't. There's not a universal law saying that you should or you shouldn't. You need to decide where you draw the line. This will also put you in much more respect with people than when you just let yourself be stomped on like the little flower. Okay, so I want to see a little bit more what's going on here. Love is too dangerous. So maybe you are not ready to ask for help or love because you think that it's too dangerous. I have a lot of insecurities. I don't feel worthy of love. I was a fool. So this person, the bear, might not feel worthy of love, and therefore they acted foolishly, not following the rules of conduct. Why? I don't feel worthy of love. It's some kind of self-destructive behavior. It's better to go rampage and act like the bear instead of saying, I want love. So the bear could ask for food instead of trying to eat you, for example. It's just one idea. So what's going on here with the Three of Swords? Healthy choices. Making healthy choices in love and life. Self-love, self-care. Being happier. So You need to not let people hurt you anymore by taking better decisions, by taking, becoming more self-assured. Clarifying the star, the Hierophant is the star card, star. Clarifying the star, we have the Lovers, so this person loves you. Clarify the Queen of Cups, Judgment, so you don't know, you're judging yourself, you're judging other people, you're making it hard for yourself to see the light, because you judge them for acting like this way towards you, and you judge yourself if you want to say to them that they're acting like this way towards you. So it's a little bit problematic. You see it yourself when you both judge them and yourself. So you can't, it's like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. They can't stop doing what they are doing until you are telling them that you don't like it. So at least give them a chance, and try to not judge yourself so hard for bringing those things up. Okay. Clarifying the Three of Swords again. We have Death here. Death. There needs a transformation. You need to change both your spells, your thoughts, but also where you draw the line, or where you put a boundary. And, know that it's not personal towards you that a person acts in a certain way. It's personal for them. They are this person. So you can't hold them to the rule of conduct. You actually need to see with every person, how do they act? What kind of judgment should I put onto them? How should I decide for myself that this person are? And how shall I, from that knowledge, make my decisions? Instead of, they should behave better. Well, they aren't behaving better. So what will you do about it? Probably nothing. Clarifying the Eight of Wands. We have the Ten of Wands. It's a big burden for you, because you're squeezed between this rock and a hard place, because you're holding both of you to such a high standard that neither are allowed to, get angry or upset or make a mistake or say the wrong thing. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles. This is Virgo. This is also Virgo. So for some of you, you will be on this side. Also a little bit puzzled why this other person is so upset with you, because they never told you that they were upset, and you didn't think of it because you didn't obsess about it like they have done for the last 10 years maybe. You might not even remember the situation when they helped you with their garden. Okay, and here you have dealing with your own garden now that you got help with, I guess. So I don't know exactly what that's a symbol for, but I'm with this Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Virgo. It's self-love. It's about taking care of oneself, being self-sufficient, having your own back. So this person takes care of themselves, and they didn't know that they also were supposed to take care of you in the process, because you didn't tell them that you expected this. Clarify Death card. We have the Devil here. Shadows. So there's some shadows here, a lot of unexplored shadows, all the things that you're not allowed to do, that other people are not allowed to do. Look at these things. Maybe there's some pearls left behind here. As learning, for example, to handle the spear or throwing rocks at the bear can be a very good survival technique, instead of just being surprised that this animal wants to eat you. Clarify the Eight of Wands. I love bears. I don't want you to hurt them. Okay, this is just a fairy tale trying to make you understand how to deal with people around you. Don't throw rocks, but to learn to be able to protect oneself is crucial, particularly for a person like this that's always trying to be perfect. They usually don't have very high boundaries. Okay, clarify the Eight of Wands. We have the Hierophant again. The Hierophant that's there is also here. This person is ready to learn your rule of conduct. They say, yes, I can learn. No problem. So if that's how you want to be treated, we can, it's a lot of things that's left unsaid. It's almost like maybe you are a very telepathic person. You understand things. You read between the lines with people, and they don't. Some people can be like, oh, a refrigerator, that means it can be food there.